What is going on, gamers? The Red Dragon here with my first thoughts and opinions on Modern Warfare 3. Today they announced that Activision just shattered last year's records, and Modern Warfare 3 is the biggest launch title in entertainment history. It sold like 6.25 million copies in 24 hours. And I don't care who you are, whether you like the game, the series or not, it's impressive, and you have to give them props for doing that. One of the biggest complaints that I hear about Call of Duty in general is people will buy the game and they say it's just like the other Call of Duties, and I say to that, so what? I mean, they have a formula that works and millions of gamers love that formula. It's not for everybody. In fact, it's not even for me. I don't like the fast-paced non-stop action, but putting my feelings aside, I can respect the fact that a developer found a formula that a lot of people love it or hate it, it works, and the sales prove that it works. And yes, what you're going to get if you buy Modern Warfare 3 is just like all the other Call of Duty games, except for a few minor tweaks here and there, a couple new game modes and new maps to play on. But the tweaks and changes that they have implemented in Modern Warfare 3 are on the plus and positive side, and I will give them that. So let's start out with what Call of Duty is. If you've never played Call of Duty, I don't know what to tell you. Where in the world are you living right now? Call of Duty is action, action, action. Non-stop action, action, action. That's the best way to describe it. Now, if you go and look at the other game that this is often compared to, it's often more, you know, a little bit slower pace. You get to think about your next move and kind of plan ahead. While Modern Warfare is just get in, you might die, but you can respawn instantly and you're back in that action. And that's what's appealing to Modern Warfare with a lot of gamers, is because they like the fact that they can jump on there before work or before school, whatever. You can get in a couple of games, get like 30 or 40 kills in the span of 20 minutes, and you know, you feel good because it's like an arcade game. And you don't go, well, a lot of you might be too young to remember, you know, when people went to the arcade to play games, but that's what's appealing. If you go to Walmart or a movie or whatever and they have arcade games sitting out there, you don't pay money to sit in a game where you're being methodical and it takes a while to get and see the action. You want a game that's constant action all the time, and that's what Modern Warfare does. It's what the Call of Duty series does. And with this title, one thing that I've always had a problem with in Call of Duty games, especially the last few, are the kill streaks and the kill streak rewards, because a lot of times I feel like it's rewarding campers and people who stay put, and it's just all about the kills. It's not about the teamwork, and I'm a team kind of player. And what Modern Warfare 3 does is it kind of changes that. And they didn't make it kill streaks anymore. It's not about the kill streaks. They call it point streaks. So they took kills and they changed it to point streaks. And now you can get points that go towards your reward system based on other things besides just kills. So if you capture a base or you do an objective type thing, that also goes towards that kill streak reward that you've been familiar with in the past. Another thing is, I've never been the type of player that can go 7, 12 kills in a row without dying. I mean, I'm getting raped like every 50 seconds, so I die constantly. And so another problem that I've always had with the series is that I never felt like I was getting the full game that a lot of other players get. There's a lot of beast players out there who can go on those long kill streaks, but from players like me who get up and they move around and they go for the objectives, I die a lot. And so I was never able to get the nuke or whatever that they had in past Call of Duties. But this Modern Warfare 3, this is another thing that they did that I think was great, is because they've switched it up. They've added new packages like support packages. They've got the regular assault packages where your streaks, they're reset every time you die. But with Modern Warfare 3, if you go with a support type package like I play with, you don't get reset every time you die, and therefore you're able to rack up some of those things, and you're able to bring in some of the things to the team that you normally couldn't with on other games. So I think it's a lot more appealing to people like me who maybe go out there and you play the objectives and you die a lot. And so you can still rack up those rewards without being reset every time you die. So I think that's a major plus for Modern Warfare 3. Also, what you get with the package, with the game, you cannot deny that it is a great deal for what you get. You get so many maps, you get so many different game modes and variations. They've also added a brand new game modes with this one. Team Defense is a great one that I like. They also have where you have to confirm the kill. That keeps people from camping. You have to go out there and capture their dog tags. I'm sure you've seen videos on it. All of that, fantastic. You can get the theater mode. Call of Duty Elite, whenever they get that up and running, is going to be fantastic. What you get for the price, I think, is well worth it compared to a lot of other games. As far as me liking the game, I still like it about as much as I did other Call of Duty games. It's still action, 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 and I'm still a methodical player who likes to take my time. I like to plan out my moves in advance, and with this one, it's just like you die, you get back in the action. It's very appealing to a lot of players. That's why it's going to shatter records. That's why it's going to continue to be one of the best games out there this holiday season as far as sales go, as far as people getting online and playing it. It's for that group of gamers, and it's not for all type of gamers. So for me as a reviewer to try to tell you what kind of game it is, I have to try to take my personal interest, which is that I don't like action all the time, but still try to look at it from the perspective of a gamer who does like that. And if you're a type of gamer who's liked Call of Duty games in the past, you're going to love Modern Warfare 3. And if you haven't liked Call of Duty games in the past, you're not going to like Modern Warfare 3. That's just it, period. Either way, I can see where the appeal is for those gamers who like action, action, action. And it's instant gratification if you jump in there and you play Modern Warfare 3. And so, I'm not going to give it a number. I think too many reviewers focus on a number instead of focusing on what elements are actually in the game, and they focus too much on if they personally like it or don't like it. It's a good, solid game, period. I don't care whether you're a hater or what. You cannot deny that Call of Duty has a formula, and instead of the developers trying to say, hey, what can we change here, they're giving the gamers what they want and expect. For me, honestly, if I fall in love with a series, I'm more disappointed when I pick up that game and it's something that I'm totally not expecting. With Modern Warfare 3, you go in there, you know what you're expecting. They've kept that same formula that's kept gamers coming back year and year again, and next year they'll put out another one, and next year they'll probably break more sales records, and people will still continue to buy it because it is a formula that appeals to a lot of different gamers. So, in a nut jar, that's it. I don't know what a nut jar is, or that you should be going and comparing things to a nut jar, but that's the first thing that came to mind. And overall, it's a good, solid game, and I'm still going to be playing it. It's not my first true love by any means, but it is a game where I can jump in there, have fun with my friends, and you know, play for a couple of hours. And it's appealing to a lot of players, definitely. And you just have to look at sales records in order to see that that's good, hard truth. And whether you like it or not, it's a solid game, and I applaud the developers for not trying to bring in something brand new and trying to change what has worked. I wish developers more often would stick with what works and stop trying to change things in a series that you've already come to know and love. If you want to change a game, that's fine. If you want to innovate, do something different, that's great and all. But don't call it, you know, the same name that you've called the other games in the series that are completely different, you know. Call it something else for all I care. But if you fall in love with the series, I think it should remain along the same lines, and Modern Warfare 3 definitely does that. So that does it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my thoughts and comments on Modern Warfare 3. Let me know what you think, whether you're a fan or a hater. Let me know what you think about Modern Warfare 3. Thanks for watching.